Hello everyone, I am Bhumica M, presently working as a legal intern under LEXIS and Company, a law firm, and I am from Reva University, Bangalore, pursuing BLLB Honours Second Year. So quickly let us start off today's topic for the discussion, and today I am going to discuss a very interesting topic, that is what is this doctrine of colourable legislation. So we'll be looking into all these sides of this colourable legislation, and also at what situation this colourable legislation is used and how it has been evolved. Okay, so now what is this colourable legislation is that the judiciary has said this, Supreme Court, that what cannot be done directly cannot be achieved indirectly as well. I know that by the meaning you guys didn't understand. Let me elaborate it by giving a case law, that is, or before going to the case law, I will try to elaborate on it more, that when central government or when the state legislative assemblies, when they do any laws keeping a different objective which is portrayed in that legislation, and the objective behind that legislation is totally different, then that is said to be as what cannot be done directly, it should not be done indirectly as well. So to cite one case law for better understanding is that the case name is Mupil Nayar was a state of Kerala 1961. So this is 1961 case law wherein in the state of Kerala government. So this Kerala government brought in this law in 1955. 1955 they brought a law, that is Travancore Kochi Land Tax Act of 1955. So this law was brought in, and through this land tax, so remember that 1955 when this law was brought in, that time was wherein this right to property was our fundamental right. Now it is not a fundamental right, at that time it was fundamental right. So that time this Kerala government, what it did, in order to acquire the lands of the people, that was the real objective. So to acquire the land of the people and to not compensate for that acquisition, they did this legislation in this, where the other objective was set in, through that they can make this goal fulfilled. That is, what was the objective is that people need to pay land tax. Okay, and also this land tax was kept so high that people were not able to pay that land tax, and by not paying that, state government said that if you are not able to pay this land tax, your land will be confiscated by the state. So this was the objective of the act, but when it was challenged in the Supreme Court asked that why are you confiscating their land? The state government said that because they didn't pay the land tax. So that is the legal framework. Legally the state government, Kerala government is doing that. Then Supreme Court said that no, your objective is totally different. You want to acquire the people's land without paying compensation. So you are bringing in high land tax, property tax as such, and then you are confiscating. So your objective is totally different, and the objective which is portrayed through this legislation is totally different. So to make the cunning needs or to fulfill the other intention, malified intention of the state government, they are making this legislation colourable, and they are doing it in a different fashion or a different trend. So that time Supreme Court made this doctrine of colourable legislation applicable there, and said that what central government and state government cannot do, which is not which is prohibited by the law, they cannot do that. That cannot be done by any other legislation as well. So that is this whole concept of colourable legislation doctrine. So Supreme Court outrightly said that central government laws and the state legislative assembly, state laws made, need to abide by the constitution itself and rule of law, and any other needs or the state government, may it be state government or the central government needs, cannot be fulfilled by any legislation which is legally passed. Though the law is legally passed, the objective behind that law is totally illegal. or we can say that the legislation is colored to such an extent wherein it just looks like the state government or the central government is doing right things, but it is actually not. So Supreme Court is totally looking into the law and trying to figure it out that whether it is legitimate and helping the people of the country or no. So this is the whole concept of the doctrine of colorable legislation. So hope you guys have understood this, and thank you for watching this video.